check this out. It has not melted. No bugs have touched this. It sat out all night. I've already done this test before already, y'all. 2 years ago. Not even joking. Yeah, see? Yeah. Now, we want to know why there's no mold, there's no melt, there's not even any dirt on this stuff, dude. I would highly suggest, though, to stop eating this, man, and stop feeding this to your kids, seriously, because look, that should have done something else. I know y'all are going to say...
This is a cabbage that I threw out here 2.5 weeks ago for the chickens. The chickens won't eat it, and none of the wildlife will eat it. There are possums and skunks and raccoons and deer and all kinds of animals that should be interested in that.
That's terrible. I mean, not even a bug is on it. If the bugs won't touch it, a rat won't touch it, an animal won't touch it, you probably shouldn't touch it. It's probably poisonous. We got to talk about these crazy videos that are floating around the internet because there's so much wrong with the food we've been eating, and there's no wonder why we're all sick. Let's talk about this and let's get down to some of these topics. I want to know your thoughts down below because some of this is just wild. Let's go.
Hey, it doesn't have ice cream on your box anymore, dude. That's the point. That's the point, y'all. Come on, man. Like, dude, we quit eating this. We lost 100 pounds apiece. My wife and I did. So I highly suggest, man, y'all do the same.
I tell you, I lost 40 pounds by just not eating sugar anymore. It was amazing what your body will reject when you haven't eaten in a long time because there's a reason.
I can't stop thinking about this video of a lady who bought her daughter a McDonald's Happy Meal as a reward. And at the restaurant, instead of them giving her a small fry that comes with the Happy Meal, they ended up giving her a large fry, which her daughter ended up not finishing. And the mom, she didn't want to eat it herself. So she ended up throwing them out the window so that the birds or the animals that were outside could eat them. So the next day, she passes by the same spot and she notices that no bird, no animal came near those fries. And as she looks closer, she notices that there's ants sitting on top of the fries, but the ants are stiff. The ants are not moving, and the ants are... And I can't stop thinking about the video because no bird, no animal wanted to eat those fries. The only thing that came near those fries were ants, and it literally them. So imagine what those fries are doing to us.
For real, because it's not real anymore. It's all engineered. It's not natural food anymore. I want to know your thoughts on that, but I'll tell you, fun story. I had this rat, okay, that was living in my shed, and I could not get rid of him. He was like legit this big. He was like one of those Norway rats, okay? And I was like, I got to get rid of this guy. We had 2 encounters face to face, and I was like, I got to get rid of this guy. So I was like, man, I'm going to trap him. So I went and got my peanut butter, which used to catch all rats, and I put it in the trap. He wouldn't eat it. Wouldn't go in it. Would not go in the trap. I even tried having it outside the trap. He wouldn't eat the peanut butter anywhere around the trap. Then I just put it on a spoon and put it out there. Wouldn't eat it. And I realized there's something about the peanut butter because living by the water, there are mice everywhere here. And even the mice would not eat the peanut butter. And I knew right there was something wrong with our food when even a rat won't eat it. The dog food that my mother-in-law puts out, the rats won't even eat the dog food. The ants won't touch the dog food. And then here we are feeding it to our animals, feeding it to ourselves, and there's something wrong.
When y'all go to the grocery store, make sure to read the labels. Let me show you a few examples why. Contains a bioengineered food ingredient. This is Pringles. Ritz crackers also contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Next up, Oreos contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Raisin Bran breakfast cereal also contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Y'all, what in the hell is a bioengineered food ingredient?
It's anything that's been altered by man.
What are they putting in our food? And I see this popping up on so many labels at the grocery store now. Every time I saw a bioengineered food ingredient, it reminded me of that old sci-fi movie Soylent Green. And my fellow sci-fi enthusiasts, you'll know what I'm talking about. We have to be so careful with what we put in our bodies. This should be illegal. Life in America. Read the labels, y'all, on your food and be careful at it.
Go and look at a picture of a strawberry from like 100 years ago and then look at it today. Go look at a corn stalk and look at it today. Go and look at any of the vegetables and fruits we eat today. A grape should not be this big, okay? The last grape I ate was like that big. Last strawberry I ate was like that big. They used to never be that big. They're basically sugar bombs, and they've been genetically altered. The corn's been genetically altered. Some of it to get, survive weeds, pesticides, doing things, putting things on vegetables for so many years that the bugs have gotten different and want, from the pesticide. And so they kept having to change the plants, to now our food is not normal food anymore. The pesticides are still on the food when we go to eat it. We try to wash it off. It doesn't go out. I saw a thing on strawberries the other day that the pesticide never leaves the strawberry because how porous the strawberry is. Blueberries, grapes, the whole 9 yards, apples. Then they want to put coatings on apples to make them last so long. I got an orange the other day and it was something was wrong with it. And I was like, I bet you this orange is really old. And Google it and you'll see how long these things stay on shelves, and they do things to make them stay on shelves. A banana is not supposed to stay good for very long. But you see these foods that you throw outside and they'll sit on the ground forever and never deteriorate.
Make sure you never buy meat again until you check this first. After what I just learned, I'm looking for this one word on labels that most people don't even know exists. More and more bioengineered foods are coming into grocery stores. And it's important to know if you are eating high quality food or if it's fake meat. Lab grown or synthetic, those are words you'll never see on a package, because those are scary words. They're doing everything they can to trick us to thinking that it is better than it actually is.
One thing I've been seeing is they just call it protein. More protein. This has protein. Choose your protein. Protein. Instead of saying it's meat or it's this. Protein. It's not chicken or beef. Choose your protein.
So what's happening? We are seeing words that sound way more natural. The words you're looking on the package are cell cultured. US legislators already made this word legal. And even worse, USDA already approved that say cell cultivated chicken and cell cultivated beef. This is their sneaky way of making lab grown meat sound acceptable. But let's be real for a second. This is not actually real meat. This is meat grown in bioreactor from animal cells. It's been processed in a lab and never has been part of a real breathing animal. So next time you're at a grocery store, read the labels carefully. If it says cell cultivated, cell based, or made from animal growing animal cell, leave them at the shelf. Comment below if you have already seen this at the grocery store.
What a world. We're arguing over whether an animal is an animal or not. I feel like they're testing us for something in the future, because we are arguing over whether chicken is chicken or it's lab-grown chicken. It's like the whole diamonds. Is it a diamond? Well, it's a lab-grown diamond. But so then it's not a diamond because it didn't come out of the earth. Well, technically it's a diamond, but we just grew it ourselves. So it's not a diamond, but it's a diamond, right? It's like we're arguing over semantics over what used to create that diamond or that chicken. Like I did a video not too long ago about where they were growing this meat in a lab. And so is it a chicken tender? Because it's not didn't come from a chicken. It came from the synthesizing of what could be a chicken. Wild times we live in.
If you've been drinking or buying this water, don't scroll past this video. This is a 40 pack of great value water for under $6. I used to think I was getting such a good deal because other waters are more expensive, but here's why it's so cheap. This water has added chemicals to it: calcium chloride and sodium bicarbonate. Calcium chloride is used for melting snow and ice on the roads as a dust suppressant on unpaved surfaces. Sodium bicarbonate is used to treat indigestion and heartburn, commonly used in household cleaning and temporary symptom relief. Now y'all tell me why the hell we need this in water. Make sure y'all being careful with what y'all put in y'all bodies and reading these food and
I tell you, I had a water platoon one time when I was in the Army, and what you do to make water drinkable, potable, is a science in itself. And then you got to put it in these containers, and you got to make it travel. You know, like, I think we should just go back to saying, you know what, if it came out of a plastic bottle and it doesn't just say water on it, then it's probably going to have a side effect. I mean, all of our water, if you don't filter it at the source, is going to have something in it to make it potable. And, you know, here we are. We should know that if you're drinking water out of a water bottle, you're probably drinking plastic and chemicals. You know, like, we put a filter on all of our stuff. Changes world of difference. Some people are doing that. Was it homogenized, where it takes everything out? If you've got a machine, they'll take everything out to where you can't taste the water because all the stuff is out of the water, you know? But water, I think, is making a lot of us sick. You know, if it travels through these old pipes, through all these municipalities, it comes to our tap, we cook with it, we do a lot of things. I want to know your thoughts, comments down below. But having a good filter on your refrigerator, on your spigot, at your house is like the way to drink it. And then putting it in your own container. Water bottles, that plastic bottle, like, is got to be leaking into your water.
You have to learn the food supply chain's algebra in order to know what's good for you and what's not. If it starts with 9, it's fine. You can wash those pesticides off with baking soda and a veggie wash linked on my profile called Green. If it's 4, throw it out the door. It's conventionally grown, which means the pesticides are systemically introduced through the roots.
I think we should start having a question about our pesticides, because I don't know how we're going to grow at scale without pesticides, and I don't know how we're going to grow at scale without fertilizer. That's what makes it hard to grow. So it's like, if we throw away everything that has a pesticide on it, they're just going to use something not called a pesticide, right? I mean, how do we grow at scale? Like, food would be so expensive. You know, it's just a thought. But we do need to know these numbers and where it comes from. So if they say it's organic, it better be organic, not just grown downhill from the pesticide.
If it's 3, it means it's electronically ionized, which means all the nutrition of that fruit has been zapped out of it. So that's the problem. Here's the solution. Grow your own fruits and vegetables, and if you can't, go to your local farms where they're doing it.
I've never heard of the ionized part. That's wild. I do think, though, you know, raw, freshly picked is the way to go. But you could have a farmer here that's throwing some Roundup on it and you'd be just as sick, right? I don't know. We just got to be cognitive. I'm also very afraid of stuff that comes from a long ways away. If I'm buying an orange from Argentina or wherever, you know, just a metaphor, and I live in Florida, maybe I don't know what they did to it there, and then it came a long ways and it could have been exposed to a lot of things. I mean, isn't that how the fire ant came to America? It came off of a ship from somewhere far away, and all of a sudden we got this fire ant. I don't know, maybe my immune system isn't used to their pollinators. I don't know, I wonder if that's what makes some of us sick.
Changing your life is looking at the products that they're clearly just giving to us, that they obviously don't care, and seeing all of these ingredients and realizing that, please look at this, 21, so if you eat 6 of these, you're eating ×2 this list of ingredients and putting it into your body, and it's bioengineered to taste great, but definitely not support health. And then if you live in the United States of America, just look and find out what brand it is. This is Nestle. Okay, Nestle obviously bioengineers their food ingredients and makes them a chemical concoction of things that you would probably never use. So since no one wants to save us or talk about it, only you can save yourself or prevent a forest fire in your gut microbiome by avoiding bioengineered food ingredients. Your chances of finding something healthy are extremely low. But if you pick up a product on the shelf, flip it around, and you don't see weird names you've never heard of before, or if it's not bioengineered, there's a high likelihood it's better for you. Because look at these pickles in the chilled section. That pickle's almost white. And
it's the preservatives, too. All the preservatives. Like, if it literally sits on a shelf for 5 years, probably shouldn't eat it. But if it's like pickled, you know, and it's in vinegar, and there's like 5 ingredients, probably okay. You know, we got to go back to our roots where we question, like, why does it not deteriorate? Things that are good for you usually deteriorate, or they mold or mildew, or some type of something on the earth wants to eat it. If it's got a bunch of things I can't pronounce, I don't want to eat it.
Target doesn't sell the brand, but look for the food coloring. Oh, just kidding. I found Heinz. Yeah, they're definitely the one that doesn't care. So there's your yellow and blue food coloring. Yummy. So any and every president that I've seen over my entire lifetime has never changed any of this. So what are you going to do? consume some soybean oil, or is that vegetable oil, or is that a soda or Oreo in there as well? What are we mixing all these for? Oh, that's right, the companies that don't care. They're even coming after the kids. So next time you see red, white, and blue, flip it around and, well, there you go. Because imagine if someone decided to stand up against that.
I think it's pretty interesting where these water sources are. I'm from this area anyway. And Pure Life, love Houston down, but public water system, all in bodies, you know what?
I tell you, that's a deep rabbit hole about water bottles, deep rabbit hole. And I would think that some of it's just bottled in the back room, you know. It's just threw it out front. Nobody knows the difference. But, you know, I want to know your thoughts on this stuff. I don't know about a lot of this stuff. I'm just guessing, just stabbing, just coming up with my own opinions. That's what I do on a lot of these videos. But we got to stay on top of what's going on in our bodies.
So Santa Cruz County is where they grow Driscoll's strawberries, and Driscoll's strawberries have been in the news lately for having very high levels of pesticides, etc., etc. I mean, I wonder why these berries of perfection. Did you see the size of this thing? This is a Driscoll's berry. I mean, this is not natural. Has anybody ever seen a naturally grown strawberry? It's literally like the size of my thumb. This thing is the size of my fist.
This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. A strawberry should not be that big. That is a sugar bomb full of pesticides and genetically altered material, okay? Don't sue me, just an opinion, just a thought, I'm not a scientist, I'm just a dude in a chair from a garage sale, okay? But that should not be that way. I'm telling you, like, we gotta question these things, what we're putting in our bodies. I know it tastes good, but we gotta look at that more like a candy than a fruit, and you can just eat as much as we want. Same way with orange juice, right? Like, when you drink a glass of orange juice, that's like 8 oranges, okay? You probably don't need 8 oranges. It's like a sugar bomb. That's all I got. I want to know your thoughts. Comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a lot going on, and especially with ice cream that doesn't melt and with peanut butter that a rat won't eat. Maybe we shouldn't eat it. I'll see you guys in the next video, the next rabbit hole, the next thing that needs to be talked about, because we got to document this stuff. It's changing so fast, year by year.